Darkman.
What is going on, YouTube? My name is Chris, aka Darkman24. I'm normally live on Twitch and normally playing video games or playing some drums, but I haven't been able to do my drumming live show streaming in a while. As many of you may know of the big issue going around the world right now with the health of everyone, all my gigs have been canceled until further notice, which really sucks. So most of my time is spent working from home or streaming or hanging out with my wife or taking a walk outside or chopping down trees. So I wanted to make this video mostly for my drumming fans, but also for people that A, don't know I drum, and B, want to know some of my drumming background and history. Okay, I have a few questions that have been asked in numerous live streams, and I'm going to go through those one at a time. First question I get about drumming is, when did you start and how old were you? Well, I'm 30 in 2 days. So actually, when I'm making this video, I'm 30 in 1 day. I started when I was 3 years old. So that means I've been drumming for 27 years. Which is insane, and that's older than a lot of the people watching this video are. And the reason I got started drumming, question number 2, is my middle brother. I am one of 3. I am the youngest. My brothers are 10 and 12 years older than me, but my middle brother, he started drumming and taking drum lessons when he was about 13, which makes me 3 years old. He started taking drum set lessons, and actually I still talk and hang out with his teacher, which is funny because if it wasn't for his teacher who taught him, then I wouldn't know how to drum, which is awesome. He started taking drum set lessons, and then he got into marching band in high school, and that's where I got hooked. He had a rock band in high school too, but I really got hooked with the marching stuff. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I had to do it. I had to learn everything. So he went through college drum corps and high school drum corps and college marching. And I was a sponge. I took all of that stuff that he learned and absorbed it. That's where my drumming background comes from. I am more of a marching guy, technique, tempo, physical drummer when it comes to my history. Now, I did play a little drum set growing up because there was always a drum set in my house, but I didn't really start playing drum set until high school, maybe 8th grade. But I started marching band in 7th grade, and actually I started doing stuff with marching drum lines in the 6th grade during the summer. So since 7th grade, I've been marching. I did high school, 6 years in the marching band. I did college. I did 1 year. And then I stopped marching band. I went right to drum set full time, did jazz drum set stuff at my university, and then I formed a couple bands. One was in high school, one was in college, and then I joined a local group during college, and I'm still with them to this day. So, and I went to the University of Massachusetts where I marched quads. And for those of you who don't know what quads are, it's the drums that lay out in front of you. They're like a 10, 12, 14, or 13, 14 with a 6 in the middle. You can just look up marching tenor drums or marching quads. All right. Next question. What is your favorite type of music? Now, my favorite type of music is anything hard rock, heavy metal, progressive rock. All right, and I'll go into detail about some of my favorite bands right now. My favorite all-time band, Dream Theater, hands down. I learned about Dream Theater in high school because one of my buddies, my guitar player in my band at the time, got me into a bunch of different metal music. And honestly, if it wasn't for him getting me into this stuff, I wouldn't have YouTubed and learned and just brain sucked all YouTube videos and became the drummer who I am today without knowing this music. So I have him to blame for that. I have my brother to blame for me drumming. Can't complain, right? Other favorite bands, Toto. Toto's amazing. They are some of the best studio session guys you will ever see. They played on Michael Jackson's Thriller album. They played on numerous people's albums, at least like individuals of that band. They're amazing. Look them up if you don't know who they are. They're the band that sings Africa and Hold the Line. You guys know who they are. They're amazing. Next band, Porcupine Tree. They're a progressive rock band from overseas, and they are amazing. Their drummer's name is Gavin Harrison. He's an awesome odd time player. He has some of the coolest feeling chops and licks and fills that you'll ever hear a drummer play. And he always says, I'm not a double bass drum player, but I just try to put them in where I can fit them. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. He's an insanely good double bass drum player. He's amazing. Go check him out, Gavin Harrison, okay? Next band, Opeth. Great freaking band. Lead singer and guitar player, Michael Ackerfeld. Amazing voice. Their old stuff is awesome. Blackwater Park, listen to that album. It's amazing. Next band, Styx. You'll see why Styx is on my list. If you don't know who Styx is, you've been living under a rock. And then the last two bands I'm going to put even with each other. Actually, I'll do the last three bands. Okay? All even. We have Iron Maiden. We have Judas Priest. And then we have Ronnie James Dio in Black Sabbath. And I'm going to say Dio in Black Sabbath because I'm not a huge Ozzy fan. I like Ozzy's music, but I like Dio and Black Sabbath better. Okay? So that's it. Dream Theater, Toto, Porcupine Tree, Opeth, Styx, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and then obviously Ronnie James Dio, and he's amazing. All right, next one. Favorite drummer question. I think every drummer out there gets this once or twice a day, especially if they're on YouTube or streaming or anything. So I'm going to set my record straight. I'm going to give you my top two, and then I'm going to give you three more in no particular order. Okay? Number one, Todd Zuckerman, the drummer for Styx. One of the best technical players, one of the coolest guys. I've met him a couple times at some clinics. Amazing player. Check out his DVDs, Methods and Mechanics. They're awesome. There's a ton of videos on YouTube of him doing stuff. And his YouTube channel is very active. His Instagram and Facebook, very active. Go check him out. He's amazing, and he's an awesome guy. Drummer number two. And this was tough not to put him first. Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater. Okay, Dream Theater is my favorite band. Mike Portnoy is my second favorite drummer. He used to be my first, and I've changed. So he's an amazing dude. I hear a lot of his playing in my playing. I hear a lot of Todd's, and I hear a lot of Gavin Harrison from Porcupine Tree. All three of them meshed together is kind of what I sound like. Next drummer, Jeff Porcaro from Toto. One of three Porcaro brothers who played in the band. Amazing drummer, died way too early. But just an overall phenomenal drummer. And last but certainly not least, and again, those weren't in any order. Oh, I got two more. I'm sorry, two more. Next was Neil Peart from Rush. He did pass away a couple months ago. It was devastating, a huge loss to the drumming community and to me. For a few days, I was like, how did this happen? What an amazing drummer. What an even more amazing band Rush was. It's sad to see him go. It's sad to see them not being able to play anymore. But yeah, Neil Peart. And now I'll say last, but certainly not least, Steve Smith from Journey. Journey is one of my all-time favorite bands as well. They didn't make my list, but Steve Smith from Journey came into the band with Steve Perry, the main lead singer of Journey that everyone knows. He came in with Steve Perry. He ended up leaving when Steve Perry left. He came back, and now they kind of had a little tiff, so he's out of the band again. But anyway, so those were some questions that you guys have had over my last couple live streams, and I figured I'd make a quick YouTube video since I can't bring you any live drumming. Which, hint, hint, hopefully I'll be able to do that from home in the near future. I'm trying to get there. It takes a little bit of work and effort and some money, but slowly but surely, one day, I would love to bring you some content from my house that includes my drums. All right, guys, again, my name is Chris, aka Darkman24. I will link my Twitch down in the description. I play games Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, sometimes other days, but Monday, Tuesday, Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. I play anything from FPS games to League of Legends to Minecraft. So come out, hang out, throw me a follow so you get the notification. And if you guys would like and subscribe, make sure you hit the little bell icon for notifications. I plan on making more YouTube videos in the near future. I think this is going to be the best way to get my drumming out there, and I'll actually be able to make YouTube videos a lot easier for drums going forward. So again, guys, thank you very much. I will catch you in the next video soon.